Good evening, York. Today's message: communicate the wonder you, the world. It's sometimes really hard to have faith in you, but remember, the story of your life is amazing. No matter who you are, what you managed to no mean trick. It's no lack of majesty. The amazing wonder that you has experienced a lot of setbacks, a lot of damaged faith and love. That you are not just someone having an amazing, interesting story. You are the wonder walking, journey, whatever, through your through very difficult, challenging period of time. So you might wonder, gee, I'm not anybody's special, but you are really. Nobody can tell your story. You story worth telling, no matter who you are, how you approach things. It's a story worth. And as we grow older, it's important to tell that story. You can't get ahead without a firm foundation of a sense of who you are. I tell you, you're a hero. You have survived. Uh, Somewhere along the way, you done something good. Someone. The world doesn't make it easy. You haven't just made mistakes, errors, caused harm. Done a lot of good. You need to consider that. And whatever you've done, you've created a fascinating story that is worthwhile telling and worth anybody's time to hear. Me have gone through a very difficult journey in life, but I've had heart crushing experiences from my very early childhood. I've been put down, blocked, falsely accused. You name it. I've gone through it. So have you. No matter how old you are, you're a survivor. So, like I say, you need to find that spark in you that is the real you. Lies somewhere in a communication between the dramatic you, experiencing things most directly, yeah, and the watcher, the creative, that part of you that can reach down into your dramatic experience, counseling and caregiving, helping you from dealing with the things that happened in the past, things that are your future, and that communication is a very prominent concept of yoga. The regular you communicating uh, the higher power, the watcher of your story, which kind of puts it out of uh, out of a sense of time. To illustrate, the people who go through near-death experiences, take take a look at their um, and realize that those perspectives that they're having are things that you can now. Um, they kind of met their inner artist, their higher self, creator. They imagine to be true. Uh, an amazing love and all that creative, that part of us, creative empathy, and in a sense, that's how your brain functions. You got a brain, you hires. It's part of you, and the brain is you. That's when and when you're having a sense of connection to that real self, that higher self, um, that amazing self, you are both humbled and elated at the same time. It's uh, it's an experience you can tap into at any time. You need to embrace this communication. So if you're religious, then try to do this in prayer, perhaps. Now, the yoga way is you are communicating with higher self, the real you, your brain. And when you're doing that, it's just part of your brain seeing and experiencing another part and another perspective. Both perspectives are you. You are both the creative empathy and the experiencer, the drama of your life. Both. And at the core of mythologies, have this magical guide, helper, and you have the hero story. You're that hero. And you're doing the best you can with what was handed you. And you're moving from hero's journey, you move from the darkness to the light. For me, the damaged faith and love that I have really crushed my higher self. It's best to create a sense of a family that really cared about me and made me comfortable. But a journey from that darkness does not lead to blame. It leads to a process of dealing with the trauma, um, understanding um, the needs that were blocked, uh, comforting symbols that chased in place of that, grieving the loss, root, false struggles, power, greed, and yeah. So when you connect with that um, real need, then you need to grieve that loss because that's what it is today. You have to grieve it, let it go. And when you grieved and let go, that's when you're able to more be more forgiving from the heart, not just mouth the word. And from there, that's when you're able to have the remorse that is brings you rebirth. So that's when you can face how the hurt in you, how the damaged faith hurt others by you're not receiving love that was offered. You didn't give the love that that's means you're out of step with the love flow. That's the darkness. That's part of your journey. And at that point um, of remorse, you're no longer that. And it's not a one time over lightly, journey. It's quite a struggle. But from that perspective, up above your story, you can appreciate the story. And so from that angle, it's just like you appreciating any movie. You're in a kind of heaven, which is what near-death experiencers talk about, being in a kind of heaven where there's no time, or time is different. Well, from a position of watching the drama and the story of your life, don't really sense a time that you're in. And you're seeing the past and the future all together. So just you don't have a sense of experience time, normal. Um, and you in this heaven, you it's a heaven of love, of course. That's the light. That's where That's where we need to go. Religion, kind of like a finger pointing that. The way of the mystic is to leave from finger, go directly to the light. That involves this journey, the hero's journey, which you're on right now. You just have to realize you're doing the best you can. You're a survivor. Main character in the story of your life, journeying toward the light, conquering the past. You're finding a sense of peace in the present, and you're moving toward change in the future. And that journey to the light is hero's journey of the mystic. What does it take to, you are communicate every time you go into, you have a dream or a daydream, you're practicing something that can be a pathway uh, toward a mystic perspective. Fact, that kind of inward, inner mind communication is practice of a mystic, and if so you're already, you have to be aware of it. No, don't look around for the hero to come. Look within. You are. What you do matters. So little old me, what can I do? Well, what you can do. But realize that what you can do and what you do is a catalyst for change around you, other people. And you may never do get some of your dreams completely fulfilled. I could, did, but you will be propelling other people toward their dream, better world. And so it's not just having an impact like that is isolated. You throw a rock into a pond, there are ripples out. You're a catalyst for change. Just, just if you vote, for instance, you're supporting democracy. Other people see you, know that you vote, and they may decide, well, I vote too. Then you're going to have a real democracy. Only a third of the people in the United States voted in the presidential election. Well, a lot of them because they didn't think they could have any. Yes, you can. And although it's true that social change can inspire individuals changing, uh, making their journey toward light. Individuals changing and making their journey toward the light can help society to what this channel says vote, be involved, vote for that which empathetic And empathy, just simple empathy, that's something. But when you combine it with objectivity from your inner counsel, if you combine it with compassion for a caregiver within yourself, to yourself, caregiver to others, and if you combine it with creativity, that's your high. It can create memories. Imagination is powerful, and it can create a better life, more life, more full of light, more able to give and receive. It can do that. So then people want, but to make these changes, you also have to be flexible about who you think you are, and it helps a lot to try and get in touch with your infant mind, because there was no self concept, and getting in touch with that helps you to be more flexible. So do these inner communications between yourself and your counselor, caregiver. I like to think that this inner artist is the creator of all we imagine. It is, and it kind of way of understanding that it reaches into your past, passion, present, past, so that you go forward, kind of love, and it reaches into your future, objective, which helps you from the present moving forward. Counseling is it's like your inner artist is stretched, giving you point of focus, past, future, and as your anxieties tend to lessen, it's your inner artist giving you a hug, bringing those things together to more flexible, larger sense of self present. I found that this kind of practice made me less. No, it's then that's called the monkey mind. Well, you want to kill the monkey mind, you end that starting around, it's the invasion of into powerful the position over, and to break free of that, I would say, uh, use language, turn it on its head, create sound like, and be creative. You're busy doing it. So that, ends the mind moving around that issue framed within culture and language, frees you, gets you better into body, uh, how you're without, without this concept. There's no continuing unchanging. So, that's well, ask any scientist today, not true. So, you can journey toward the light and you can change. And I can help you and you can help because that communication isn't just side of us communicate between ourselves. That can be very political. And hmm, how we combine these skills, objectivity, creativity, passion, uh, as we develop those things and utilize them, we can better learn from each other, better make world interconnect, flow, flow. In some of these ridiculous wars and terrible bloodshed, and create more embracing, loving. We can do not trying to be a hero, trying to control here. Yeah, training in this kind of practice is something that we do and offer. When we begin to monetize channel, but right now I'm calling on people who understand what I'm talking and want to help. Hopefully, creating some Zoom calls, which many voices try to grow the lives between ourselves and ourselves, between our sense of political improvement, progress. We can embrace more people, more opportunity. But President Biden talking to Xi Jinping, things, what you, how would you characterize a country? Uh, Joe Biden's opportunity. What door opens the doors of opportunity, democracy? Need to put those things to purpose, and we need your help. Making videos about the importance, communicating it, journeying toward the not trying to be the hero for everybody. Appreciate the story of everyone's life, encourage them to be heroes together. I'm on my journey. you're on your, but those of us who realize can work together, do great things. I don't have a great skill promoting the great ideas, but maybe you do. Hope that you start doing it. You know, my journey that was of darkness. It wasn't the worst heard of. Bad enough. Painful. And I went into a very dark space. Very, very sad. And I was tempted, poor of having some kind of powerful paranormal, got into that, thinking that's cool. Well, came to realize that that kind of that kind of thing isn't liberating, isn't illusion. Um, I lowest end of my darkness, light show, but it was slow in coming. Uh, Involved me experiencing many religions, trying to be a better person, all the while failing anyway. But it all came together in the very deep, which I tried to have an ally, couple that have, you know, been involved with some videos here. And I hope that they will do more. I hope that we can work with you. As they say, this is for all the marbles. We're in a very trying time. Time there are techniques and ideas and ways to have what have near death without dying, getting close to death. Uh, it's a path of comfort, step to comfort, but from these perspectives I mentioned, which are virtues. There's some that promote therapy where you go to the pain. Now, you tell somebody something like that. What's your reaction? Want to go to the pain? No, you don't. But you'll be able to unlearn the helplessness, feel what happened, overcome forms of comfort, attempts to nevertheless cut through symbolic, unfulfillable forms, need for help. I would say it's not about having to feel pain. I mean, we'll talk about the great Jesus, never cried diplomatic immunity, all the way empathize. And because of that, handed him a lot. But I've seen people putting nails in their hands, you know, and trudging around the the streets with a big cross hanging up, so, and the cross, humorously enough, was that I saw, and something like a roller skate, underneath this so it could drag easier. Yeah, that's I don't think that's what he meant. To take up your cross. Um, it means go on a healing journey. That cross is your damage. Connect to that. Yeah, that was a time when you hurt. So yeah, but that is a healing, and it comes. You're able to handle it with approaches that are comforting. So my taking a pause. Uh, so it's a difficult thing to do. But what else are we going to do? Or sit with my bad lighting and pretty ordinary look. But I can brace my aging self with a sense of mission, purpose. I can achieve things that way. So I just this is just all off the top of my. I hope that the genuine feeling of passion out there trying to find your way, let it resonate. Pass it. Till next time, see another video. Please subscribe, comment, and like. Cost you. And that way you can join our team in our journey to send a hug of love around. Can we do it? Not without help, but we can do it. Have a great time in your. Remember, not just nature that's wondrous. Part of that one later.